If there's been a mistake, nobody is to blame.
Don't you see that this mistake never would have happened if you hadn't told Mac about Sandy?
That's not fair.
Because of Mac's new son, my son may die.
Jamie is not going to die. Now, you can't blame Mac for wanting to help Sandy. You would have done the same thing if it were you.
All I know is that my son's life is in jeopardy because of Sandy.
Rachel, will you stop it? You're just looking for some reason to blame this on when there's nobody to blame.
I'm glad you're back.
Everything's gonna be all right.
How can you say that when those people have Jamie?
Mac is going to do everything that he can to see that Jamie's free.
Has he heard from them?
No, he's waiting to hear.
Did you offer to help?
Yes, but there's nothing anybody can do now.
None of this would have happened if it wasn't for Sandy.
Rachel, come on.
Why didn't he just stay in Las Vegas where he belongs instead of coming here and jeopardizing everybody?
What are you talking about?
It's true. Ever since he came here, he's been nothing but trouble. And now Mom is trying to protect him.
What do you mean?
She's the one who told Mac about him in the first place. And now I guess Jamie has to take a back seat to Sandy.
Rachel, that's not true.
It is true. Mac's put Jamie's life on the line right now because of Sandy. Everybody's so busy protecting Sandy.
Rachel, come here. Stop it. Now, look. Everybody's concerned about Jamie. That includes Mac and your mother. Now, stop being unfair to them.
Am I? Am I really being unfair to them?
Yes, you are.
I'm just afraid. I'm just afraid for Jamie. I don't know what's going to happen to him.
Everything is going to be all right.
How can you be so certain about that?
Because Mac is going to see to it that he's safe.
Really?
Yes, whatever happens between the two of you, you can't start doubting Mac's love for Jamie, nor mine for you.
You should have called by now.
They will soon, Mac. They said they wanted that money, so they'll have to call.
Yes, but heaven knows what's happening to Jamie. They've already hurt him badly.
It's going to be all right. I know it. They won't let anything really bad happen to him as long as they want that money.
I know you're right, Cecile. I'm just so worried about what's happening to him, where they've got him. If only I could hear his voice and know that he's all right.
Mac, can I have Louise bring you something?
Oh, she's not here. I asked her to take Amanda out. I didn't want the child around while this was happening. She has a way of knowing what's going on. I don't want her upset.
That's a good idea, Mac.
Hello?
Cory?
Yes.
You listen, and you listen good, because I'm only going to say this once.
I'm listening.
Now, you've got the proof Sandy's alive, so you get the $100 grand together. You put it in a black suitcase. You got 3 hours.
3 hours? That may not be enough time for me to...
Well, you better make it enough time. 3 hours. I'll call then with instructions.
How do I know he's still alive? Let me talk to him.
What did they say?
I've got 3 hours to get the money together.
Is that enough time to get $100,000?
I don't know, but they don't give me much choice, do they?
Is there anything I can do, Mac?
Yes, Cecile, yes. Will you stay near the phone?
Sure.
I don't know how long this is going to take me, but if they call, assure them that I'm getting the money.
I will, Mac.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Well,
He's getting it.
no hassle?
Hey, he thought he needed more time than 3 hours, but don't worry about it. He'll get it.
Lenny, why don't you go outside and take a look around, would you?
What for?
Just to be on the safe side.
Nobody out there.
Oh, Lenny, would you just do it, please? I've been nervous ever since you left here.
Yeah, I'll bet you've been nervous. You wouldn't even pick up the phone. See, I didn't know what was going on.
Lenny, I told you, Jack disconnected the machine.
And that's why Jack isn't here anymore, all right?
Don't worry. I'm not going to hurt you. Just going to clean you up a little bit.
Why bother?
gonna kill me anyway. Aren't you?
Not necessarily.
And now, the continuing story of Another World.
Got him to sleep.
Thanks.
You all right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Talk to me.
I know what to say.
Well, it's not going to do any good leaving everything locked inside.
I'm scared. I'm scared to death for Jamie.
Yes, I know, and I understand. But you're going to have to get control of yourself now. It's not going to be easy, but you're going to have to.
I just feel so helpless. I mean, I don't know what's going on. They could be hurting him. They could have called Mac by now, and I just don't know what's going on yet. Well, what am I supposed to do?
I think maybe you could go to Mac's. That way you could stay on top of things.
You wouldn't mind?
No, I'm concerned about Jamie, too.
No. And I just called that number, and nobody answers now. Not even the machine.
Maybe they forgot to turn it on today.
No, he didn't forget. I know he's been captured. Maybe he's even been killed.
Now stop it. You can't think that.
Well, what am I supposed to think? I mean, I have left message after message. Nobody returns my calls. Now I don't even get the answering machine.
All right. I think enough time has passed. Now we've got to do something.
What?
Call the police.
No.
Why not?
I don't want the police involved in this thing, because if the police get involved, then Sandy's had it for sure. That's it.
I know. Larry. What about Larry? We could talk to him. He might know what to do.
All right. Okay. Call Larry. But I don't want the police involved.
Okay.
All right?
It's going to be okay. Don't worry about it.
I hope so.
The $100,000 is all here.
Mr. Warren, I really appreciate your promptness in this matter.
Well, you have been a very valued customer for a long time, Mr. Cory, and we are anxious to help in any way, especially under these unusual circumstances. But there was one problem with your request.
Yes?
The denominations you asked for and the condition of the bills. I'm afraid we weren't able to find all denominations in old bills, at least not so quickly. In fact, less than half of the money is as you requested. In order to get the full $100,000, we had to use $50 and $100 bills.
I do appreciate what you've done very much, but it was terribly important that you follow my instructions exactly. I may say to you that it is a matter of life and death. Please, Mr. Warren, try to get more old bills for me.
Mr. Cory, that number of old bills in those combinations is not easy to collect in only a couple of hours.
I understand that. I'm only asking that you do your best. Meanwhile, I'll take this with me, and if there is time later, we'll make the exchange.
One moment, Mr. Cory. I'll call the security guard.
No, that's not necessary.
But surely you don't want to walk out of here with that amount of money, unprotected.
No, I'll be all right. My driver is right outside. Thank you again, Mr. Warren. Please keep trying. I'll keep in touch.
Certainly has been one of those days.
You say that again. It hasn't been this busy in weeks. You know, before I can clean up this place, they're out and in again.
Thank heaven for the weekend.
Oh, you get one of those? What is that?
You don't get one?
Alice, I haven't seen a weekend in, heaven only knows.
That a hint?
That's exactly what it is.
No. Well, I tell you what. I'll see if I can't arrange this weekend for you.
Oh, now you're talking, honey.
I'll see what I can do.
Great.
Why the heavy sigh?
Can you tell me why it is when you're always in a hurry, time goes by so slowly?
You know, I've never been able to figure that one out. So what is it? You got plans for this evening?
Well, yes, I sure do. I have a half an hour before the shift is over.
Mm-hmm.
And the hands on this watch don't seem to want to move. It works. Slow.
Well, Sorrel, what exciting something do you have planned for tonight?
I have a date with Bo Turner.
Oh, the hockey player.
That's the one.
You've been seeing quite a bit of him recently, haven't you?
Well, not as much as I'd like to. You know, nurses' hours aren't exactly the best in the world, Alice.
I'll buy that. Things getting pretty serious?
I hope so. So what do you have planned for this evening? Anything exciting, interesting?
I think so.
Oh?
I'm having dinner with Matt Cory.
Amanda and Nancy are getting along just fine. I left them playing upstairs in Nancy's room.
Oh, that's good. I made some iced tea.
Oh, how very nice. Thank you, Ada. You're very worried about Jamie, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
We all are. Have you heard anything more?
No.
Ada, there's something else bothering you, too, isn't there?
Yeah.
Would it be too personal if I were to ask what it is?
No. Rachel blames me for what's happened to Jamie.
Blames you? I don't understand. How could she?
Well, she says this whole thing wouldn't have happened if I hadn't told Mac that Sandy Alexander is his son.
I don't believe that has anything to do with it.
Well, I would like to believe that myself.
Oh, Ada, you mustn't blame yourself. I'm sure Mrs. Cory only feels that way. Well, because she's upset and isn't thinking too clearly. Once this is over, she'll realize it just isn't true.
I'm not so sure. You know, in a funny way, Rachel may be right.
What do you mean?
Jamie's life is in danger now on account of Sandy. If I hadn't told Mac, Sandy would have gone out of town the way he planned to, and those people wouldn't be holding Jamie now.
But you had to tell Mr. Cory. If you hadn't, someone else would have eventually.
Yeah, I know. I figured if Jamie had to find out, he should be told by Mac.
I think you did the right thing, Ada. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just a daydream, but if everything turns out well and Jamie's released unharmed, well, this whole matter might have a happy ending.
How do you figure that?
I don't know if you realize it or not, but all this is bringing Mr. and Mrs. Cory closer together.
And it's pulling Mitch and Rachel further apart.
I received a photograph yesterday because I demanded proof that Sandy was still alive. But the photograph they sent me was of Jamie. Of course, they think he's Sandy.
Mac, this is impossible. I know Jamie is at the Harold Clinic. I went up there myself. They told me he was there.
Well, I don't know what's happening up there. I don't know how Jamie got out or why. But I dare not call up there because then maybe they'll contact the police.
I just don't believe this.
Here's a photograph I got yesterday. As you can see, it is Jamie they're holding.
Oh, Mac. He's been hurt.
Yes, and if I don't do exactly as they say, I'm afraid they'll do worse.
I just don't understand how this could have happened.
I don't understand it either. All I understand is they are holding my son, and I'm going to do everything in my power to free him.
But if the kidnappers have you and think you're Sandy, then where's Sandy? Rachel.
Where's Louise?
She's at your mother's with Amanda.
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting for Mac.
He's not back from the bank yet?
Then you know.
Yes, I do know. Since you're waiting for him, too, I expect we're going to have to wait together. You know, you're responsible for the mess Jamie's in right now.
Excuse me?
If you hadn't talked him into going up to the Harold Clinic, he wouldn't be in the hands of those people right now.
Just a minute. I never talked him into going to Harold. That was his own idea. I merely agreed it would be a good idea for him to go work out some of his problems. Which, I might add, you have a great deal to do with.
No, I'm not going to take any of the blame for this one.
Why not? You're the only one who can cast
I
stones?
tried to talk him out of it.
Well, obviously, he thought you were wrong.
I'm not wrong about you, though, am I?
Is that so?
I think I know what you're up to.
And what's that?
The Harold Clinic was a terrific idea. That way you got Jamie out of the way so you'd have a clear path right to Sandy.
Oh, come on. I'm not thinking about Sandy now. It's Jamie I'm concerned about.
Oh, I just bet it is.
Sarcasm becomes you, Rachel. Regardless of what you think. I would never want anything like this to happen to Jamie.
Is that so?
Yes, that's so.
Well, I think you have quite a lot to gain by all of this. Getting Jamie out of the way, you and Sandy. And by the way, where is Sandy? He couldn't possibly have something to do with all of this, could he?
I don't know where he is. He said he was going out of town to visit his sister.
How convenient.
Look, Sandy has nothing to do with this.
Directly or indirectly, Sandy has everything to do with this. They were after Sandy, not Jamie, and they got Jamie instead. That's why he's in this danger right now.
Sandy would never do anything to hurt Jamie on purpose.
Well, I'm afraid I don't believe that.
Look, he hasn't told him who he is, has he? He hasn't because he cares about him. He doesn't want to hurt him. If he wanted to hurt him, don't you think there'd be an easier way than having him kidnapped?
Well, you certainly are defending him.
Only because I know you're wrong.
When is Mac going to be back?
I imagine as soon as he gets the money from the bank.
Is he still determined to go along all by himself in this? He's not asked the police to join him?
Rachel, this is the only way to save Jamie's life. Excuse me.
What are you doing here? You know, I think Jack really hurt him.
He ain't dead, is he? He didn't kill him.
No, but he's really hurt.
So what? In a little while, he's not going to be feeling any pain anyway.
You know, I think you should call Cory.
Give him a little more time. The longer we wait, the better he'll go for our little exchange program.
Exchange?
Yeah, sure. He's going to want to know what happened to the kid, right? He's going to want to come here and see him. So we get him over here.
But then you'll have to kill both of them, won't you?
Sad, but true.
I'm here, Rachel, because I'm supposed to see Mac this evening. We're going out to dinner.
Well, he's not here. And I don't think he's going to want to go to dinner.
What is it? Is something
Alice,
wrong?
Mac isn't here because he's at the bank getting the ransom money.
Ransom?
Jamie's been kidnapped, and he's being held hostage until Mac can deliver $100,000 to the kidnappers.
I thought Jamie was in Harold Clinic.
That's what we all thought. I even went up there to see him, but they said he didn't want to see any visitors.
You mean they actually kidnapped him from the clinic?
We don't know exactly where they got him, except that Jamie wasn't their target.
I'm confused. What do you
Look,
mean?
You see, they wanted Sandy Alexander. They think that Jamie is Sandy.
Oh, poor Rachel. What she must be thinking right now. And what you must be feeling.
Yes, we're all very upset.
I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Rachel, I'm so sorry. I had no idea any of this was happening. Please, if there's anything I can do.
Thank you. But there's nothing anyone can do right now except Mac.
Have they called?
No, they haven't called yet.
Alice, Rachel.
Mac, what's happening?
Mac, have you got the money?
Yes, I have it all here, but not in the old bills they wanted.
Well, is that going to be a problem?
I don't know. I'm hoping not. Alice, I'm sorry I couldn't tell you about tonight.
Oh, Mac, please don't apologize. Don't even think about it. What's going to happen now?
Well, we just have to wait.
May I wait with you?
Yes, thank you. Rachel, I'm glad you're here.
We're going to have to help each other if we want to get our son out of this situation.
I agree.
Have they let you talk to him?
No.
Mac, you don't think they're hurting him anymore, do you?
Rachel, I am not going to let anything happen to Jamie. I promise you that.
I wish that was a promise you could keep.
Mackenzie, Cory. Yes. Yes, all right, I have those directions.
Okay, Cory, you got the next move. Now, you follow directions. If I were you...
Don't listen! They're gonna kill you too, Mac. Don't do it!
Keep them quiet.
Don't listen to him!
Shut him up!
Don't!
Hello, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's happening?
Never mind what's happening. It's nothing to worry yourself about. Now, you just follow the directions, and you better leave now.
Can I talk to the boy?
No.
Mac?
I have to go.
Where? Where are you going?
I can't tell you, Rachel.
Please be careful.
Yes.
Oh, yes, Mac, do be careful.
Rachel, I'm I'm not going to let anything happen to our son.
Be careful.
Trust me.
I don't think I have to tell you that writing's better. I've had a lot of time to think. The more I think, the more embarrassed I feel.
Embarrassed? Why?
What I've put both of you through the last few months.
Darling, you haven't put us through anything. This has been a rough time for you. It's not your fault. If anyone's to blame, it's me.
No, Mom.
Honey, I know I upset you when I left your father.
And I'm to blame, too. I kept loading you down with projects to run. I should have known that nobody could keep up with all that.
Yeah, but remember, I asked for it.
Well, that may be so, but you don't give a drowning man a glass of water even if he asks for it. You know I've been in this business a long time. I should know what a person's able to handle.
You two are really something.
Why?
Well, here I am. I'm the one who's messing up. And you take the blame for me.
Maybe we are to blame.
No. I am. That's why I wanted to see you both. I want to tell you. This time, I'm going to get my life in order. I mean, really get it in order this time.
It'll calm you. Thank you. Cecile, would you like some tea?
What?
Tea?
No, thank you. Worry about Jamie now. He's going to be just fine. Now, as far as Broth is concerned, Sandy and I won't have any problems running the magazine.
Well, I'm afraid Sandy won't be helping him.
What? Why not?
He's left Bay City.
Left? Where did he go?
To Indiana to visit a half-sister of his.
Oh, what on earth for?
Well, you see, he felt that with this threat to his life hanging over his head, there was too much danger to the other people around him.
Didn't you try to talk him out of it, Matt?
But of course I did. I tried to tell him I would hire extra guards, do anything.
But he still left.
He simply wouldn't accept anything else from me, he said.
Because maybe somebody else was.
Did you say something, Cecile?
No, I was just talking to myself. Rachel, how are you feeling?
Okay.
Alice, will you be staying here with Rachel?
I can.
Okay.
Are you going somewhere?
Yes, I have something to do, and it can't wait.
It's more important than waiting to find out if Jamie is safe?
Look, Rachel, it's something that may ensure Jamie's safety.
What are you talking about?
Look, I can't discuss it right now. I don't have time.
Cecile?
Mac.
Jamie, all right?
Why'd you bring him here?
What do you think, kid? You didn't really think I was going to let either one of you guys leave here now, did you?
You got the money, let him go.
Too late, kid, too late.
You know I'm going to really enjoy doing this to you? See, you gave me a lot of trouble, didn't you?
You weren't going to get away with this.
Aren't I? Watch. See, the old man goes first.
Well, I was beginning to wonder if you were ever going to wake up. You want some water or something? You know, that was a really stupid move you pulled. You really ought to be smarter than to pull something like that.
What now?
Oh, Lenny went to see your friend, Matt Cory. Yep. It's about over.
Then what?
Oh, don't be naive, pretty boy. You've been around the company long enough. What do you think is going to happen?
Melissa, will you please just sit down and relax?
How can I relax? I know something's happened to Sandy. I just know it.
Oh, and I know that you're pacing around here like a cat is not going to get anything done.
I can't sit down, Blaine. I'm too nervous. And where is Larry? Where's your brother? He was supposed to have been here by now. I know it.
I don't know. He said he'd be here just as soon as he could.
Oh. Blaine, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be doing this. I'm just so nervous. Really.
I know. That's him.
Oh, wait.
Melissa? Blaine, what's the worst and you got to call me away from work?
Larry, thank you so much for coming here. Listen, Melissa's afraid that something has happened to Sandy.
What's that, Melissa?
Well, I really don't know for sure. But see, I keep trying to get in touch with him, and I leave message after message, and then nobody returns my calls. Now I can't even get anything on the answering machine, and I know. See, I know that they've caught him. Ilsa's people have caught him.
Whoa, now just a minute. Slow down. Let's start at the beginning. You calm down and tell me. Melissa's, you said Ilsa's people. You talking Ilsa Frederick?
Ilsa Fredericks, yes, Ilsa Fredericks' people. She has sent people here to Bay City to kill Sandy.
Are you sure?
Am I sure? I've seen them myself, Larry.
Well, then where are they now?
They're out there. They're looking for him, and I am scared to death. I just know that they've caught him.
Now, hold on, let me see if you got this right. You said you tried to get in touch with Sandy. Now, where is he, huh?
I don't know. He's out hiding someplace. He and Jamie gave me this phone number, and I'm supposed to call him and just leave messages.
Jamie? Now, what has he got to do with this?
He's helping Sandy.
And you got a number from him to call, right?
Yes. It's an answering machine. So I call it. I leave message after message. Nobody's returned it, Larry. I've got to get in touch with him. I have to tell him Ilsa's people have a list of all Matt Cory's properties, and they're checking them out
Now,
one by one.
Why would they be doing that?
Because they think that Mac Cory's hiding him. And I think the same thing. So now I'm really scared. Because the last time I called on that phone, it wasn't even on.
Okay, look, baby, you just calm down. It's not going to do you any good to get hysterical, all right? Okay, look, I'm going to go check and see what I can find.
Larry, please. Please, you're going to let me know what happens, right?
Yeah, if there's anything to find.
Please.
Oh.
Dinner time, Muriel.
Oh, thank goodness, I'm starved.
Listen, when you finish, would you mind bringing me back a sandwich? Sarah just called in sick, and I don't think I'm going to have a chance to grab a bite.
Oh, sure, glad to.
Thanks, appreciate it.
See you in a little bit.
Okay.
Nurse Bailey?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to see James Frame.
Oh, one moment, please. Oh, I'm afraid Mr. Frame has requested no visitors.
Oh, but I'm sure he'll see me. My name is Sandy Alexander.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Nobody is allowed...
If you'll just check your sheet again, I'm sure you'll find that I'm the only person he will see.
You're right, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'll find out if Mr. Frame can see you now.
Dr. Gill, call your office. Dr. Gill, call your office.
Mr. Cory?
Yes? Now what?
We drive.
Where?
Well, I imagine since you're giving us all this money, you'd be curious to find out whether Sandy's alive and well.
He's all right?
Yeah, you might say.
What does that mean?
Shut up and drive. I'll give you directions. And try anything funny, and you're not the only one that's going to get hurt.
Slow down, Mr. Frame. I can't keep up with you.
I'm sorry. It's just, I'm kind of anxious to see Sandy. We haven't seen each other for quite a while. Sure. Thank you.
There she is.
She?
Jamie, it's so nice to see you again. Well, aren't you going to kiss your cousin Sandy hello?
What time is it now?
Don't know.
What time was he supposed to meet Cory?
Aren't getting anxious, are you?
Mr. Cory was nice enough to bring the money himself.
How?
Hey, Mr. Cory. Now, don't make us end this little party before we have to.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.